Hey, Gems, how are you doing? This is Life with Marlene, your Florida vlogger, and welcome into today's conversation and podcast. Today, we're talking about being judged. I'm just saying, you will be judged. All of us will be judged for the life that we live. We'll also be judged by other people. And it's absolutely nothing that we can do about it. There's always going to be people who are going to have something negative to say about us. And it's the people who are the undercover ones, the ones that you never expect. That's the ones that you have to prepare for. Um, Prepare yourself. Be prepared, and that it's usually the people right in front of you. Those are the ones that absolutely can't stand you. Or maybe you may be aware that you have some people who hate on you. You may be prepared for that. But also at the end of it, people are going to judge you for the fact that they can't use you. People will judge you for the things that they won't be willing to do themselves. People want you to do something for them that they are not willing to do for you. And honestly, it's like, make it make sense. It makes absolutely no sense for people to have these standards, expectations of things that they want from you, but also at the same time, they won't be willing to do the same thing. It's like asking for people to respect you. Hey, real odds and evens, how are you doing? Happy Tuesday. It's like the individuals who ask for you to do something for them, but they wouldn't be willing to do that same thing for you. A lot of people, they judge you based on your income, your intellectual ability, what you do with your money, who you choose to be in a relationship with, on and etc. That's something that we can't do anything about. We can't make people stop judging us, but all we can do is we have to make sure we're in a good position that when it's our time for judgment, that we know that we've done everything that we could. And I'm not talking about what you did formerly or when you were immature and you did this, that, and the third to somebody. I'm talking about right now in your present moment as an adult, as a mature adult, as a healed adult, as a responsible adult. How do you show up for yourself, and how do you show up for the people in your life that really matter to you? I think this is important. How do you show up? Like, what type of role model are you? Are you the person that you claim to be? That's something that I really had to sit there and really think about. Like, am I the person that I claim to be? The person that I talk about? Am I that person? Am I that woman? Real Odds and Even says, glad you're touching on this subject. Thank you so much. Um, a lot of people are very good at judging other people, but not realizing that we also will be judged as well. It's not just that you get to judge other people, you will also be judged. Everybody will have to be on a judgment seat at one period of time in their life or another. We all go through it. And we all have to stand before God or whatever it is that you believe in. We all will have to come to the space of saying, this is what I did. And did I do the right thing? And I'm not talking about the past when you weren't aware or you weren't mature. I'm talking about moving forward when you knew better. Did you do better? That's a big difference. When you don't know something, I don't believe that you get judged for that. I believe that you get judged when you have that heart condition, when you know what you're supposed to do, but then you fail to do it. When you know you could have helped somebody and you didn't do it just because you wanted to be spiteful or mean, or when you really stab somebody in the back, things like that. I always say that always try my best to be the person on the receiving end. Would I want to be talked to that way? Would I want to be treated that way? Would I want people to show up that way for me? People will easily give to you whatever. They just give you whatever they have left, the crumbs. And I always say that if I can't give my best, I'd rather give nothing at all. It's best to give zero than to give, that half, just giving a part of you or crumbs, or the people who do things for other people but complain about it. That's one of the things that I absolutely detest. The whole time they're there doing something, they're complaining, oh, I don't want to do this, and I'm so tired, and I got other things to do. Don't do things for people if you don't want to do it. It's not good for you, and it's not a good look for the person that you allegedly are helping. We really have to think about how you show up. How would you feel if somebody was doing something kind for you, but complaining about it at the same time? See, we have to think about the shoe being on the other foot. That's how I always like to look at it, because we can't think that, because I'm good today, I will always be good. We never know when you're going to be in that space of having your hand out and you being the person needing help, needing support, needing some kindness or compassion. Every single person is different. Ra says yes. Laugh out loud. But I always say that all the time. There's so many people who are so judgmental. People judge everything. Anything that can be judged, people will do it. People will judge you based on your looks, on your intellectual ability, or your lack thereof. People will judge you on your mental health. People will judge you where you choose to live, what type of job you do. But also at the same time, they're not going to help you. People aren't going to help you financially. They're not going to help you. People have a lot of mouth to talk, to gossip about you, but at the same time, know that you're doing better than them. And I think that is the thing for a lot of people. It's about envy. They're envious of your character. They're envious of your beauty, or you have the life that they want. They judge you because of it. Oh, look at them. But at the same time, what would it take for you to just say, I'm happy for them? That don't take nothing from you to be happy for another person. It takes nothing from you to be supportive. Hey, realist, how are you doing? It takes nothing, And I felt this subject in my spirit today about judgmental people. Do you know some judgmental people? I know for sure that I have some in my life, and they judge everything. As soon as you come around, they're looking at you up and down, and first thing out of your mouth is something. Out of their mouth is something negative. Oh, that's what you're wearing. Oh, you done gained weight. Oh, where are you working now? Are you still in that relationship? Oh, what are you doing with your kids? It's always, they have so much things to say about you and your life. And if you look at their life and evaluate it, their life is in shambles. Do you hear? I should say this again. Their life is in shambles, and yet they judge you. It's like your life is going down in flames, but you're looking at me and laughing about whatever it is that I'm doing, how I'm choosing to live my life. It's very interesting, how we judge other people is the same way that you'll be judged. And that's one of the things that I know, that none of us are perfect. Nobody can get a hold on our tongue. We all say things that we shouldn't. We all can be rude. We all can be disrespectful. But at the same time, you should keep a hold on that. You know, when you do wrong to other people, do you sincerely apologize? Do you support people? Even when sometimes that green monster shows up and you're a little envious, you wish it was you, and how come they have this or how come you have that? One thing I have learned for sure at my big age is, what is my blessing, nobody can take away. When it's my time to overflow, it's my time. You never know what another person have dealt with, how long that person has been working hard to achieve what they have. You may not know all the details, you know? You may not know all the details, and so many people feel that they know all the details of your life. Even if you know somebody, you've been around people, you don't know what they're thinking about. You don't really know their financial situation. You really don't know how much they're trying. You don't know what it takes a day in their life to walk in their shoes. But yet people judge. Yet people look at other people and have the nerve to open up their mouth in judgment or laughter or giving the side eye. You're doing, okay, I see. Careful. I always say, what goes around comes around. How you treat somebody is the same thing that can come back to you. And I have found, because I am a very transparent person, I know the times when I have judged and done the things that I shouldn't have done. I'm telling you, when that thing comes back, it comes back bigger and harder. And that's why I try my best to just focus on me and doing good when it's in the power of my hands. And when I can do something nice or kind for somebody else, I do it. But it's not my business to judge this person or that person, no matter what. Even if that person is on hard times, you may not understand it. But how do you know that that's not a situation of beyond their control? All it takes for somebody to be outdoors is losing a job, getting sick, not having any support, and you're right there outside. So careful about looking at somebody or looking down on somebody, putting your nose up in the air, thinking that you're superior. You're more superior than this other person. Oh, that could never happen to me. Careful what you say. Careful. Real Odds and Even says, exactly. Realist says, I get turned off by people like that. Me too, Realist. Real Odds and Even says, it's like, who put them in charge to judge you? Yet they will run and cover their ears if you attempt in the slightest way to so-called judge them. Yet you're only telling them to stop. For me, it doesn't take much for me to find out who people really are. And when people have revealed themselves, it's a simple thing for me. I'll just pull back. I'll just block them. And I'll just go about my own way, because at the end of the day, at the end of all of it, I'm the one that has those bills coming in my name. I'm the one that deals with those issues on a day-to-day basis. And just like them, if you're not willing to help other people and support them, who are we to judge another woman or another man? You may look down on that person. You may judge the type of work that person does, or you may judge that person's financial income or that person's education. But do you really know what that person has been through in their life and their struggle to try to maintain and keep their head above water? See, most people don't share their dark times when they've been through a lot of things. And in my line of work, I hear lots of things that so many people shouldn't have had to endure. But some people, they get a raw deal, you know. People abandon them, or people pass, and they get themselves in all sorts of situations, or because of feeling like they have to follow the crowd, and they put themselves in some situations, and some people, they do time, and that's for them. You know, when you do wrong, you got to suffer the consequences of your actions. But who are we after that person has paid their price in society to look down at another person? People, oh, they don't, nobody changes, right? People have the, oh, nobody changes. Nobody changes, or maybe it is that maybe you don't change. Those same people who love to judge other people do not like to be the people who are judged themselves. I see it all the time. Always talking about other people. They love to have other people's names in their mouth, and looking at people and laughing at them, scoffing at them, putting their nose up in the air, talking about people and their relationship and their kids, financial situation and what they're doing. I always say, if I'm not willing to help a person, if I have never walked in a person's shoes, I can never know what that person is carrying. So much people have a heavy weight on their shoulders, especially in this economy. Like, people are struggling literally just to have some food to eat, to be able to pay their bills, you know, just to maintain. And I can tell you that I have my times too, that even though I know about getting support and all those things, but sometimes my mental health is not in the best space, and I think crazy. And people will judge you for that. Man, I don't care about that. But I'm a real person. I have my really hard times. I got my dark days. I got my sad times. But I know for sure that I do the best that I can. And I wanted to encourage some of my Gems family with that too. As long as you know that you're doing the best that you can, at the end of it, that's what matters. That is what matters. You know, don't worry about other people. The darkest times in my life was after a passing of many people within 4 years, and I was in a really dark space in my life, like completely zoned out. I would, you know how like you're going through your life, but you're not actually remembering anything. You're doing it, you know. You're going through the day, you're doing what you're supposed to do, you know, working, doing all the things, taking care of your family, but there's no, you're not checked in mentally. You have checked out in order to survive. And people just don't know. That's why I always say, be careful how you treat other people. Be careful, because some people could be on that last that last leg, that last bit of mental health, and they're about to snap. And here you go saying something, doing something. Push people. You never know what other people are capable of. You never know what another person is going through. We don't. Real Odds and Even says, I can't stand people who judge veterans who are disabled physically, mentally, etc. Yet they fought for a place for people to sit and be comfortable. They'll not know anything and call them average. One thing for sure, Real Odds and Evens, that I cannot stand is the people who look down on those who are homeless. That's always been a really raw thing for me. It rubs me the wrong way. I hate to see people going through garbage cans. I hate to see people laying down on the street, don't have food to eat, don't have anywhere to go and take a shower, because sometimes it's mental illness, yes, but other times it's just a set of bad circumstances, getting sick, divorcing, you know, being incarcerated, having a mental health, just checking out mentally, and there you go. And they're outdoors. It doesn't take much to lose everything that you have, but I always say, when you look at another person, try to look at other people with compassion instead of judgment. I always say, when I look at a person and I see that they're outdoors, or I look at a person and I know that they're not mentally well, don't look at them and laugh. Don't look at them and judge them. Look at them and say, what could I do? Well, I wish I could help them. Even a small thing. Even if all you could do is bow your head and pray. Even if all you can give is that person $1 to buy them something, or assist as a tip in getting them something, or buying them something to drink. It's not about the big things in life. It's the small things. And if more people would be willing to pay it forward, help the next person, and even if you cannot do anything to help somebody financially, but we could most definitely be kinder. Could we be more compassionate and understanding and less judgmental? Yes. Most definitely. We could be kinder. But usually the people who have the most issues with us is the people that we know. They know us. They know what we're dealing with, but they don't help. Ra'a says, yes, exactly. How do they know that they are homeless? Because they are shell-shocked mentally from military or a huge company shutting down without notice. Yes, anything can happen. You know, we never know when we could be in those same shoes. And that's why I always say, every day I wake up, and it may not always be the job we want. We may not always be living where we want to live. We may not have the best health, but every day I wake up, I make a choice to say, I'm thankful for today and what I do have, and that I can stand on my 2 feet, and I'm independent, and I can take care of myself. Not everybody can say those things. You got to look at what you have and don't focus on what you don't. I always try my best, like my mom and my dad raised me, to look at life as the glass is half full instead of half empty. That's what I try to do. It's not that you don't have problems, but what do you fix your mind on? How do you look at this situation? And it's the same thing with other people. Everybody has flaws. Everybody got some things that we don't care for about them. But do we look at other people like God does? Or do we look at other people like, you know, you look at people and put your nose up, wrinkle your brows, look with disgust at other people? Every human being has their flaws. Every single person has their problems and their trauma and their drama. Everybody has something about them. But honestly, at the end of it, how do we treat another human being? It doesn't matter the color of our skin. It doesn't matter our education and anything that we have been through in our lives. Every single human being has these needs. The needs to feel loved, to be taken care of, and to have some food to eat and some shelter. And those are the basic human needs. And so many people these days are lacking in that. We're lacking and we need. But others judge the ones that are need it. Yeah, of course, there are people who take advantage, and they use the system and don't do those things. But why is that our business to judge what somebody else does? I always say, I have so much things going on in my life that I need to work on myself. I don't have time to worry about what other people are doing with their lives. I'm so focused on what is meant to be for me and being in my purpose and loving my life and enjoying it and doing the best that I can to help not only myself, but to help others. If more people focus on being positive and being a beacon of light and being supportive of other people and being a source of encouragement to other people, I believe that this world would be a different world. I believe that. If more people would, even if all you could say is just something nice, friendly, if more people were more courteous and kind and less judgmental. Notice I said less judgmental because everybody judges. We all judge. We judge ourselves. We judge other people because we think that people are a certain way. You have no idea. I always say that when I find myself judging another person. I always say, Marlene, check yourself. You think you know, but do you really know? And I always respond, no, I don't. So mind your own business. And that's what I'm trying more and more so, to focus on me and take care of myself, because at the end of it, we will all be judged. We will all be judged for how we treat not only ourselves, but how we treat other people. And the thing about it is that, I'm not going to lie to y'all, some people do things to us and we want to get even. We want to get revenge on those people. It's just not worth it. It's not worth to give people your energy, your time. And leave those people alone. I always say, if I can't help other people, and also the price is too high to pay to sacrifice my mental health, to sacrifice my peace. Peace is too rare these days. And if you have peace in your life, don't let other people, even the ones that judge you, even the ones that look down on you and give you the dirty looks or talk about you like a dog behind your back or in front of your face, the ones that feel like they know you, and have a smug look on their face when they see you. People think that they really know you. And that's okay. It's cool. But they have no idea what it's like to be you and to walk in your shoes. People wouldn't even last a day in your shoes. That's why I always say I try my best to mind my own business and to help people and to support people and to encourage other people. And honestly, myself, because if judgmental people would work on themselves, work on your personal happiness, work on your joy and your peace, if you did more to take care of yourself, you wouldn't have time to worry about what other people are doing. I know I have a full plate. My plate is overflowing with tasks and duties and things like that. I got a lot of stuff going on in my life. I don't have time to sit around and watch other people, what people do on their social media, what people do in the workspace, what people do that are my relatives. I'm too busy and focused on me. And I think that's what a lot of people need to shift that. From time to time, we all get distracted and looking at what they're doing over there. Oh, they're doing that. And then you have to reel back, like, okay, focus on yourself, focus on me, focus on my mental health and doing what I need to do for mine. And that's honestly what it is at the end of the day. Everybody needs to be careful how you treat other people and think about how you treat yourself. Think about your peace and the type of woman or the man that you are. Are you happy with the woman or the man that you are? And if you are, then good job. Because the more that we are in tune with ourselves, loving ourselves, we can extend compassion, kindness, and support to others. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Um, I will be tapping in for a looping stream later on tonight, maybe about 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you guys there. This is Life with Marlene, your Florida vlogger, life coach, motivational speaker. Thanks so much for your support. And anybody out there, if you're being judged, I know it doesn't feel good, but focus on you. Forget about the people who don't love you. Be self-aware. Be confident. Respect yourself. Hold your head up. Nobody is walking in your shoes, so don't let their opinions have power over you. I'll see you guys on the next one.